We are Nick, Gabriel, and Jessica Reitz. This is course 207, Social Welfare Policies and Services 1, taught by Dr. Fairfax at Norfolk State University.
The purpose of our videos describe how the American social value of democratic egalitarianism and individualism supports symbiotically the American social institution of the economy while conflicting with the National Association of Social Workers Code of Ethics, NASW, published in 2008.
Day and Sheely, 2013, state that though Americans believe wholeheartedly in democratic egalitarianism and individualism, our Declaration of Independence actually states all men are created equal to pursue life, liberty, and happiness. And by happiness, we tend to define this as economic success. In reality, America has never offered equality to all. It rewards the successful and the rich while institutionally discriminating against those who are born in poverty or born working poor, or those who are born non-white, in particular the African American race, as we'll see later with some more statistics. This ideal has led us to believe that any individual can raise themselves up and become a success through initiative and hard work. But on the flip side, this means that any person who has not raised themselves up, no matter what the reason, they must be deficient, and therefore it's good to keep them down. This value, though individualistic, actually allows Americans to apply it to whole groups and subgroups of people.
See, the economy is the institution which controls production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. This includes the workforce, and of course our tax system. It is to the economy's advantage to maintain inequalities. As the conflict theory states, people who control the means of production, the bourgeoisie, exploit the workers, or the proletariat. The people with the power make the rules and define success. Our clients are disadvantaged and have to work within many conflicting values in our country, with little to no hierarchical opportunities for success. The U.S. Census Table number 652, published in 2011, stated that 5.3% of African Americans were at or under minimum wage, as compared to 4.9% white and Hispanic and 4.3% Asian. Although not a huge disparity, it still shows evidence that African Americans are leading the pack in discriminatory practices. Taxes are a key component in our economy. Those that have money are in power, and they're the ones who make the rules, which directly affect the people they control through the social institutions which they also control. Couple these things together, and you're left with the poor and middle class being taxed proportionately more than the upper and wealthy classes of people, which results in the ensuing class stratification that we find in America today. This cyclical effect is that the average American winds up having less money to purchase the goods and services that the rich produce due to taxes, but the rich pay less in taxes and get to keep more of their profits because of tax loopholes. People in need find themselves in a cycle that rarely allows them full access to the benefits and services that will make them whole. Capitalism, again, requires exploitation of workers to further the corporate profits that individualism has us all striving towards. According to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities 2016, since 1970, the stratification has grown, and it's evidenced by a widened income gap, as well as pay rates, which have increased slowly for middle and lower classes, yet rose sharply for the upper class.
Social workers seek to observe the consequences of this false belief in equality as it relates to economy because we seek to deliver true justice to all people. The NASW Code of Ethics 2008 set 5 values of which we as social workers base our ethics on. The act of discrimination occurring in our economy is directly opposite our value that states we believe in the dignity of all the dignity and worth of all persons, whether they be an individual, a group, or a race. A specific race. Further, the American social value of individualism can isolate or cause an individual who is even rising without regard to their beginning or base community. But our profession believes it's within this community that we can maintain and even develop more growth. And we call this the importance of human relationships becoming a vehicle for change. and on kind of a negative side, the community of the wealthy is becoming smaller and smaller, and this is causing them to have more immediacy to set economic policies that will keep them in power. Social workers strive for social justice. The core value is pushing us to identify and address trends, discrimination, and economic barriers to success that affect the whole population. By actively observing and gathering information, social workers can create policies to narrow the gap between the wealthy and the poor, and the European and the African American.
Thanks.